Hello, and welcome to another chapter of a tome pulled right off the shelves at the heart of the Jakuls. As always, I am your dependable host, Lothran, and there's ever so much more data to relay. So let's get to it, shall we? Go grab a filling meal, settle into a cozy spot, and pay accurate attention to Fleet Part 49, Consequences. Have you seen this before? Cam asked of Vildar as the old archivist soldier walked up beside him.
Terrible personal devastation and the suffering of those left behind to pick up the pieces. Many times, young Cam Novir, many times before. Neither of them chose to fill the bleak emptiness with any further thoughts on the subject.
How many times have you tried to solve the mystery of the Grigari system? Cam asked, placing his hand on the glass separating himself from the operating room where Vilivin was being worked on.
17 times.
You failed that many times. A place as interesting as this. Cam turned a baleful glare his friend's way.
I failed, but... he sighed. Some would say it was an excuse. That I wasn't in charge for most of the failures. I still feel responsible. The archivists send many expeditions to Grigari. Some got quite far, into the vaunted third ring. You have to go from 9, where we are now, down through the other rings till you get to 4. Then you travel to ring 2, then to 1, then back to ring 3. After that, you're supposed to be tested, as if there weren't enough of those in these parts.
What's after that test?
The 0 ring. No one knows for sure what it means exactly. Just that it's a test. And no one, no matter how determined, creative, skillful, or intelligent, has ever passed it.
Do you know why the Vu left this test? Left Grigari here to be stumbled blindly into?
I used to think I did. I used to believe they had a reason behind it. Like they wanted to pass on their legacy or whatever that could mean. These days I'm not too sure.
How old are you? Cam asked of Vildar, knowing that the other man seemed on outward appearances no more than a couple of years older than he was.
Vildar lingered on that heavy, ponderous question while the silence trickled by. Too old, he uttered with a bit of finality.
I feel that way sometimes too. When I look into the vacant eyes of lone, hobbled, legless survivors, fresh from some nameless battle at the warfront. Cam noted the doctors backing away from Bilivin's form, as tiny strands of bright neon green lightning rippled across his naked body. How many times have you seen a sight like this? A strange thing that shouldn't be but is. Cam gestured to the miniature bolts of lightning, seeking out Bilivin's injuries and slowly closing them back up, as if they were predestined for such a task.
Vildar stepped up to the glass of the operating room. I have seen countless strange and horrible things. In my time as a Hithal storyteller, my time serving the archive, over almost too vast a life. In all my explorations, excitements, and educationally terrified moments, I have never seen anything quite like this. Not even once. Vildar shook his head, lost again, searching all of his internal unshared memories for something even remotely similar to this.
Imagine my luck, an archivist surprised, a rare sight indeed. Cam smiled as he waved the doctors away from the slowly awakening form of Vilivin. The universe is a vast place, though. There's likely a few more dozen shocks to the archivist mindset left to turn over.
You don't understand, Cam. Vryn technology is anathema to Jakul biology, Vildar insisted towards his friend. What lays on that table is not even considerable by any stretch of the imagination. I have to go write a very detailed report to the archive. If you'll excuse me, Commander.
Cam waved him off. He smiled as Villivan tried to sit up, and then tried to explain how well he felt to the doctors trying to keep him on the operating table. Even without the benefit of being able to hear the exchange, the words themselves were written in the display for Cam to read as if this were a book held before his eyes. Seems to be quite a bit more plausible than Vildar wanted to believe. Cam waved at Villivan as the other man leapt off of the table, naked as the day he was born, and then offered up a crisp salute. Cam returned the gesture, contemplating about just how many people Villivan saved with his headstrong actions yesterday. Among them Mera, his lover now turned fiancé, trapped under that 20-ton slab of concrete, afraid for her very life, and the growing flame of living potential in her belly, held by fate against her will, feeling insurmountable terror. What a fucked up way to find out you're a father. I'm going to have a son 15 months from now. Cam felt the tears streak across his face, unable to stop or slow them. He knew, he felt in his very bones, he'd never be able to thank Villivan enough for this. Never. And so it is, our time together has once more come to its end. I hope each and every one of you enjoyed the tale as much as I have the telling of it. As always, I've been your competent host, Lothran, and this was Fleet Part 49, Consequences, another tale right from the heart of the Jakuls. And now, sadly, ever so sadly, we must once again part ways. Korvoth, guide them back along the proper path, back to the safety they know all too well.
Yes, sir, Lothran. Oh my, oh my, oh my. I'm so happy Villivan is alive. And Cam, he's gonna be a father. This is awesome. I got a job to do. Let's get back to it. A pleasant greeting and a fond farewell to each and all. Please leave all your comments, questions, and kindnesses down below. Don't you let me catch a single one of you leaving any of that mean, rude, or awful stuff, though. You keep all that nonsense to yourselves. Got it? I got my eye on you. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to help us learn, spread, and grow. And don't forget that we strongly encourage each and every one of you to stay safe out there. See you again tomorrow for Fleet Part 50. What's going to top this? What's the last story of the arc going to be like to bring us higher than this? I don't know. I just don't know. Wait, we're moving on. Good night and good luck. You'll need it. Bye-bye.